Hi, my name is Dr. Lisa Parisi, and I am the owner of Wellness Choice here in Newport Beach. I'm here with my fellow holistic providers today. We wanted to come together as we know this is a very difficult time for everyone. There's a lot of confusion out there, and so we're here to just give you some tips and tricks on how to increase your immune system function. Sapna?
Yes, so I'm Sapna Fleetner. I'm co-founder of Raising Stages Integrative Pediatrics. I'm an integrative holistic health coach.
And I'm Penny Foscaris, owner of Foscaris Wellness in Anaheim Hills, California. And we just want, like I said, to come together. We're going to give you some tips today to help you through these times, whether you're at home or at work. We want to give you some tips for now and to use in the future to keep you your healthiest best. On our mind is COVID-19. And one of the best ways to stop spreading it is washing our hands. And we need to remember to wash our hands, even if you're going to a public restroom, we need to wash our hands before we go to use the bathroom. Take the paper towel, open the door and close it, whether it is for COVID-19 or the flu or other stuff going on. I just talked to another practitioner who was sick for 3 weeks. He was very, very sick. It had nothing to do with COVID-19. They checked him for all kinds of things. They don't know what it was, but he was sick for 3 days. He gave it to his family and they all had it. And so we need to make sure that we don't touch our face. And one thing we can do to remember when we go out is even to put mittens on our hands. Even if it's not gloves, because we're going to wash our hands, we need to remember to not touch our face because this disease, even the virus, is coming in through our nose and going into our lungs. So that's one tip from me. Sapna?
Well, I also think that, these are all great. Hand washing, social distancing, this is all great. But I think one thing that I don't see on the news a lot is the actual prevention of it. And I think your recovery is dependent on how the strength of your immune system. So I want to talk about like what things you can do to strengthen your immune system. And I think the first thing I tell not only this will help you with just COVID-19, it's going to help you with so many other diseases. And I tell all my patients this. Number one thing to strengthen your immune system is get the sugar out because sugar actually lowers your immune system by 50%. When I first heard that, I was like, was it 15? No, it was 50. So that's like going to war without guns, without ammunition. You have nothing to fight with. So you're already backwards just by eating sugar. So I think that to me, like that's huge, and getting out all the processed food because this is not the time to eat your gummy bears and your cookies and your chips and your processed packaged high fructose corn syrup foods because that's going to lower your immune system. So just taking those foods out and focusing on real foods. And I always tell my kids, I'm like, does it come from a plant or was it made in a plant? Because that's what real food
drink
is.
Your green
and drink your green drinks. We have our green drinks right here.
We we drink them all day long.
Totally.
Vitamin C, zinc. We need to fresh fruits and vegetables and organic. Organic is so important because if you cut up and open an apple that is not organic, you'll be surprised how long it takes to get brown. If it's not getting brown, it's not getting oxidized, which means your body can't break it down. We need all of our foods, the nutrients from our foods, to help our body. And so when we have foods that have been genetically modified, these foods, like I had an apple, I'll just tell you this. I was traveling in 2018 doing my cooking segments on TV, and I bought an apple, and I had always bought my stuff from organic food stores. And this particular place didn't have anything, so I bought it from a store, and it was not organic. And I cut the apple open from the night before because I wanted to show what oxidation does to your body, okay? And the next morning, the apple was still white. And I was so shocked. And the thing is if the air can't break down the apple, neither can your body. Okay, you can't absorb the news. So it's so, so important that we eat organic, drink the green drink, which I'm going to drink right now. I've been drinking them all day, and having the zinc, having C, and sleep. And also, we need our posture. I mean, there's like so many things. Dr. Parisi?
Yeah, so at Wellness Choice, we're posture experts. So we focus a lot on posture, obviously. So getting adjusted and increasing your immune system, they go hand in hand. So unfortunately, in this time, it's difficult to come to my office and get adjusted. We understand that, but you're stuck at home. You're sitting at the computer all day trying to work from home. You need to focus on your posture. This is where your posture habits are going to have a direct correlation with your immune system function. If you're sitting there all day with your head forward, slouching, not only are you getting less oxygen to your brain, you're putting stress on your nervous system, which in turn puts stress on your immune system. Not to mention, your body becomes in a stress state that overall puts your immune system in a downward spiral. So getting up, walking around every 50 minutes, even if you have to use a timer, get up, walk around, stretch, and then go back to what you were doing at the computer. Your children too. I mean, we all have children. So, you know, getting them to get up and walk around and not doing forward head posture and tech neck or whatever you want to call it, but not looking down all day. Super important to, you know, because when this is all over with, we don't want to see you with even worse posture and having to come to my office and then get corrected. So, you know, we want to prevent that. We want everybody to come out of this happy and healthy.
So what could you recommend? So let's just say now someone's working at home and they're either on the couch with things. Should they pull their shoulders back?
Yeah,
What can you recommend?
shoulders back, and then you want to be in an ergonomic position. So raising the computer up and then making sure you're looking straight and not down. When you look down this is a great demonstration for both of you. I want you to take a deep breath in, exhale all the way out. And I want you to do the same thing with chin to chest. So take a deep breath in, exhale all the way out.
Yeah.
So when your head is
Yeah.
in a flexed position, you literally take in 40% less oxygen. Your children are taking in 40% less oxygen to
Yeah.
their still forming brains. So important. So being in an ergonomic position, it's critical for our health.
Yeah.
I mean, oxygen is what supplies our body.
It is.
Yeah.
And our white blood cells.
Well,
as
exactly. And that I was going to talk about another point is that she's talking about the oxygen. Disease cannot live in an oxygen-rich body, in an
So true.
alkaline body. So you
Right.
want to eat foods that are more alkaline-rich instead of acidic.
Right.
So what would be the acidic foods you want to avoid? Would be sugar, we talked about that, alcohol, caffeine, dairy, and actually meat. And I'm not saying to be a vegetarian or vegan. I'm just saying be mindful because all of these foods are acidic foods. So even things from the common cold to cancer actually cannot survive in an alkaline, oxygen-infused body.
Right.
So you want to eat more fruits, more vegetables. I mean, we have these green smoothies. This is not anything new for me. I mean, it's been 5 or 6 years since I've gotten a cold. We just live like this naturally. And so by living like this all the time, you're going to prevent diseases in the long run by eating oxygen-rich
Yeah,
food.
and for like me too, I've not been sick in 5 or 6 years. I've just been eating healthy, organic foods, and exercise is so important right now. And you know, with your children having to do homework right over the computer and they're antsy, they want to do it. First thing in the morning, get them up, have them doing jumping jacks, burpees, running around the neighborhood, something. I used to have my kids run up and down the stairs, or I would be outside and I'd be like, okay, who can run the fastest to that light post and come back? And we need to be outside to get the vitamin D as
Right.
well.
Right.
So even us too, the thing is as we sit down more, if we're stuck inside and you're not as active, you're not burning as many calories. And so we need to make sure that you're boosting your oxygen level by exercising and stretching and doing all the things. There's so many different videos on YouTube that can help you with the stretching, with the exercises. And I'll be, getting more content out there as well because I'm now at home having to exercise. We don't have the gym anymore. So I just ordered an elliptical. You can always order something to help you have something at home. So that way you have that time, that 15 minutes, 20 minutes. At the minimum, if you do that twice a day, but 30 minutes in for your, for your healthy heart.
Yeah.
So.
And actually, in the vitamin D, going outside, getting your skin exposed to the sun, not only brings you vitamin D, but it actually helps you to prevent autoimmune diseases like thyroid and multiple sclerosis. So what foods are actually, besides the sun, can you eat that are high in vitamin D? Mushrooms, shiitake mushrooms, maitake mushrooms, extremely great with vitamin D. You can eat salmon. Salmon actually has up to 500 IUs of vitamin D. All of these things, sardines, these are all very high in vitamin D, which really boosts the immune system.
Well, hopefully today we're able to give you some tips. We're going to continue on doing these things. We want to help you through this time so you can have the best health as we come out of this. So we'll see you all very soon.
And please ask questions.
Yeah, ask us questions, and we'll answer them next time we see you, okay? Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.